As we head into the Super Bowl of the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Seattle Eagles, we gotta realize it's not Super Bowl time, it's Rihanna time. This weekend, she will be performing for the first time in a long time at the Super Bowl, and fans are going crazy. Not only that, but Rihanna has launched an exclusive Super Bowl line on her website for Fenty Beauty. It includes lip glosses, bags, eyeshadows, and I don't know about you, but she's definitely getting my money. Definitely check out her performance this weekend at the Super Bowl.
Okay, so for the Super Bowl, I am looking forward to seeing Rihanna perform. I really don't care much about football, to be honest. Around this time, I just, go for the vibes, go for the food, and to see like the commercials and also just to see who's performing. And this year, I'm very excited because it's Rihanna that's performing. She hasn't really done a lot of things with music recently. It's been a while since she's done anything musically at all, because she's been focused on Fenty and all that good stuff. So I think I'm excited to see what she's going to perform, and I hope she performs all her oldies, all her old music, and also introduces some new music to us. I think we're finally about to get some Rihanna music that a lot of people have been waiting for. So I am just excited to see Rihanna's performance, and I can't wait to see what she does, because it's been a while since she's been on the stage.
All right, overall, I am most excited for Super Bowl Sunday, specifically to see the halftime show and to hang out with some friends and family, specifically because it'll be the first time Rihanna's been performing in a long time, and that's big in the music industry or something like that. And on top of that, I guess I like to see the game too. I mean, I always make some quick quips to get about the players when I sit around with some friends, and inevitably one of the teams ends up winning and my friends' parlays end up dropping. So overall, I'm excited just to have a great time with friends and family and so on.
This weekend, we got the Eagles facing off against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and who's going to win? Well, everybody thinks that the Eagles have had an easy schedule, and they have, but their ground game looks too good to be beaten right now. And the Chiefs, well, Patrick Mahomes is hobbled, and sure, he's the best quarterback in the NFL, and he has been for the past couple seasons. But I don't think that the Chiefs' defense will have what it takes to stand up against the ground game that the Eagles have with Miles Sanders and even Boston Scott getting some action up in there. Hurts has been unstoppable on the ground, and his arm doesn't look too bad. And with the addition of A.J. Brown, then they're pretty solid looking. Devontae Smith, he can actually catch, and he's not built like a twig. Well, he is built like a twig, but he can take a hit, so I think the Eagles got it.
Okay, so I don't really care about the Super Bowl game because I don't watch the NFL. However, if I were to choose a team to root for, I would probably just choose the Eagles. They're closer than Kansas City is. But in terms of what I'm most excited for, I am really excited to watch Rihanna perform because she has a number of really, really good songs. And I'm also really excited for the snacks because we are going over to a friend's house to watch the game, and there'll be a lot of people there, and I think that'll be a good time. There's always good Super Bowl food, so I'd say Rihanna and the food are definitely the most enticing things about this Sunday's game.
What's up, guys? This weekend we have the Eagles facing off against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and this weekend I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football, and when you pair him with one of the best coaches in football in Andy Reid, I think they're kind of an unstoppable duo. I have high regards for the Eagles. I think they've had a great season so far, but it must be noted that they have played the easiest schedule in the regular season as long as the easiest schedule in the postseason. So they really haven't faced a team like the Chiefs, and when you haven't done that all season and you're trying to come into the Super Bowl and try to take them down, I think it's going to be pretty difficult for them, but we'll have to see. I'm going with the Chiefs.
So this year's Super Bowl is highly anticipated in my family. My parents and my brother and I are huge Eagles fans. My parents grew up right outside of Philly in Delaware area, so they've been Eagles and Philly fans for as long as I can remember. So we're all rooting for the Eagles. It's a very exciting game, and we have high expectations. But this year, since I'm not with them all, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends and eat some good Super Bowl food, some good football food, some wings, some dips, just have a good time with my friends and watch the game all together, and I'll root for the Eagles. And then for Rihanna's show, I know there's been a lot of debate about what song she's gonna open up with. Personally, I think she's gonna open up with Don't Stop the Music. That's just my hot take of the day though. And I think it's gonna be a really good performance. I'm excited to see who she's gonna bring out. And for the commercials, my uncle works for Mercedes, and so he always talks about the Mercedes commercials, but they've been letting me down in the past few years. But other than that, I'm very excited for Sunday. It'll be fun.
I am looking forward to the Super Bowl. I'm going for the Eagles because I do not like the Chiefs. I'm looking forward to partying with snacks and drinks. I don't care about Rihanna or the Super Bowl halftime show or any of the commercials.
So I'm usually not someone who loves sports a lot, and I'm not really excited to watch the Super Bowl, but I am really excited to go to my friend's house because she's having a Super Bowl party, and to eat lots of really yummy food and hang out with my friends. And I'm also excited to see the halftime show because I like music and I feel like that's a good distraction, but I probably won't be watching any sports, or really I have no idea what's going on when the game's going on, so I'll just be eating food and listening to music.
I'm not really looking forward to the Super Bowl. It's more of something just to have on in the background when I do homework or something like that. I am a Jets fan, so I don't really care who wins. The halftime show should be interesting though. I'm excited to see Rihanna. And the commercials are always interesting. I have to analyze some of them for a marketing class that I'm taking. So that's pretty much why I'm watching.
Hey, I would say that I'm probably, see this is tough because I'm a Cowboys fan, which means that I'm naturally inclined to hate the Eagles and everything that they stand for. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the Eagles. They got that underdog spirit in them, you know, that Rocky Balboa Philadelphia style that I kind of appreciate. Plus, I saw a stat just before like I came to class today, where it talked about how the leading passing team for a season has never won the Super Bowl in that season, and the Chiefs have the most passing yards this season. So they're either gonna stick with the trend or buck it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I get with some childhood friends. We all get together and watch the game, and it's a good time. It's a good time.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl, or what I'm looking forward to, is the halftime show. I'm really excited to see Rihanna perform all of her hits, and I can't wait to see which ones she chooses. And the dance choreography is kind of like my favorite part to see too. And then to see like the guest artists that come. I think that's always like the funnest part. But I also really like food because I'm a foodie, so enjoy cooking wings or subs or something like that. But the Super Bowl is always a fun time for me, not necessarily because of the game, but it's fun.
I am not a huge football fan, and I don't particularly care for the Eagles or the Chiefs, but I do love food and I do love hanging out with friends. So the Super Bowl for me is always really exciting because I get to go to parties and I get to eat really, really good food. I love chips, I love wings, I just love Super Bowl food. So I'm excited for that, and I'm also excited to see what Rihanna does for the halftime show because I think it'll be really extravagant and just a good performance to watch. So it kind of makes up for having to watch football for a couple hours.